So about a week and a half ago, I got a phone call from this guy that's running this event. And it went something like this. He said, "Hi Ron, we've got this event we're putting on for you Limeys, right? And we need a few Brit speakers. Okay. We've got this guy called Jay from Naruto speaking, and this guy called Adrian from Bourne. And your job is to make them look like really good speakers. Can you do that?" I thought, "Yeah, I can do that. I can make them look like a really good speaker." And he said, "What do you speak on?" So I thought, well, I've got this book sort of thing. I guess I'll speak on the secret to getting your sales and marketing teams working together. And he said, "You're not going to tell any sales stories, are you? Because the audience is a really smart audience. They're really switched on marketing people. You know, they're going to be tweeting your comments before you said them." So, I don't know. I put the phone down. And I thought back to this day in March 1992. Now, I can remember the date, and salespeople appreciate this because it's the most important date in the sales calendar, the 35th of March. Because there's no end to the vanishing year, is there? And I was going to this building. Did anybody recognise this building? Who said August? Well done, sir. Have a copy of my book. There you go. You can see the... you can see it. The art there, yeah. I'm impressed. Did you go to Specsavers? Did you go to Specsavers?
Yeah, they used to be a client.
Okay. Used to be a client of mine. So what happened on the 35th of March that year? So I parked my car and went in, and I went into the lift. For our Americans here, a lift is a sort of room you go into and it goes up. I went into the lift and I was stood there in my best, C&A suit, my polyester tie on, and I had my leatherette case, and I was swinging my car keys, my Vauxhall Cavalier, S-R-I. I was going to see the IT director, and I was going to close that son again. The door's closed. As the door's closed, his hand came to the door and sort of pushed it open. And in came this rather dishevelled guy, about 49, 50, sort of ginger hair, unshaved. And I looked at him, and I probably thought, I hope I can do that. Right? And I said, "Hey, good weekend too?" He looked at me, he said, "Do you have a good weekend?" Looks like he did. He said, "Who are you?" And I said, "Oh, sorry. My name is Rod Sloane, Sweet FA Software." He said, "Say again?" "Rod Sloane, Sweet FA Software." He said, "Thank you." "And you are?" He said, "Oh, I'm Mike Smith, CEO, Argos." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the elevator speech was created. Okay, so that's that done. So really, I want to move your cheese this afternoon. I want to really stir it up. I'm with my own cheese this afternoon. I hope if we move our cheese enough, we'll get a nice, wonderful fondue we can all enjoy. You might have gathered I come from more of a sales background. And because you're all sweet, fluffy, lovely marketing people, you're going to force me to go to the extreme. So I'm going to go to the dark side and beyond. Because that's a challenge you face. Because I don't think salespeople trust you. I don't think salespeople respect you. But after my presentation today, with the ideas in that, you can take that away and you will. So here's what we're all about today. Now, today's speech is like Marmite. You can love it or hate it. By the way, for our Americans, Marmite is a great British delicacy, that we're very proud of. Okay? But look at this, for St. Patrick's Day, I've given you Guinness Marmite. That is a genuine product. No alcohol in it. So this is very black and white. Now, just as you wouldn't go to Marmite and say, "Can you change it and make it a bit more sugary?" You say, "No, make it more extreme." In fact, last year they brought out a Marmite cricket. Didn't we get that? With the ashes? Okay. So it's great. So Marmite. So this really is like, if you don't like it, if you feel yourself being repelled by me, and I'm saying this is awful and a complete waste of time, bring me back some more Gantt charts and funny wacky charts like I had earlier. Want more of those? Then I'm working, I'm getting to you. Hey baby, I'm moving your cheese. So, why should you listen to me? Right? Okay. I'm going to ask you, what do you think the biggest challenges you have for your business? Now, what is it? I don't know. Well, I'm going to tell you, of course, aren't I? I'm smart. I'm going to tell you. So I think the biggest challenge you have is summed up in this slide. And this slide, I want you to write down. I'm going to take it back to your CMO, your marketing director, your CEO, and say, this is why we've got to do what we've got to do. So this slide, are you ready? In 2009, half of all salespeople did not meet quota. 2/3 of the time was due to lack of sales and marketing alignment. That was said by a chap called Richard Van Sil, VP Executive Advisory Group IDC, 10th of March 2010. So last year, half of all salesmen didn't hit quota because they're not aligned with you. It's all your fault. You're to blame. You're making these pure salespeople turn into speakers and coaches when they should be out there in their BMWs. Now you might say, but Rod, how do I know that's true? Just because you said it and wonderful Adam Eagles has introduced you, we're not necessarily going to believe you. That is a guaranteed fact. That is a guaranteed 100% fact. And the reason it's true is because where I got it from. I got it from Twitter.